One of Star Citizen's most impressive features is arguably its planet tech, which allows the studio to produce the visually impressive game worlds that we've been enjoying for a couple of years. But perhaps what's been the most exciting part about that planet tech has been how it has continuously evolved, with new features regularly being added, such as dynamic weather, volumetric clouds, and most recently rivers. And that leaves us wondering, what's next for planets in Star Citizen? What is going to be the next mouth-opening, awe-inspiring feature that everybody will be showing off on social media? What are some of the missing pieces of the puzzle that we still need to have in order to benefit from a complete experience? Well, that is what we will be talking about in today's video. Hello and welcome, I'm the Eradicator, and so in today's video I wanted to go over some of the missing features that we don't have in the game's planetary tech yet. Now, the features that I will be mentioning would only be based off visuals that we've gotten to see in official community content videos like Inside Star Citizen, or from concept art images that we have seen already, so I will really try my best to avoid any speculation based on what I would imagine should be in a game, right? Anyway, I've also decided to sort out the different items of this video from the most imminent to the most distant in the future. So here we go, let's get started with our very first feature here. And the first feature that made the list here is, of course, caves, or our caves here for this case, for the simple reason that we know that they will debut at least for one type here with the upcoming Star Citizen 3.18. And the first ones that we'll be getting will be the sandy ones, like those that we can see in Dune, for example. Now, unfortunately, these will be limited to those that can only be entered by foot, meaning that we'll have to wait a little bit to be able to enter those caves with a ship or a ground vehicle. Now, later, these caves will be followed by icy caves, acidic caves, or even underwood caves like the one that we saw, for example, in The Empire Strikes Back. Next, we'll talk about canyons, and it's really been a while since CIG last communicated on canyons. My guess is that at the moment, they cannot really blend into the current planets or moons that we have, or perhaps they could be too resource hungry. So I think that right now, I would say that from what we've gotten to see, they really look very impressive, so perhaps they're a little bit too resource hungry as well. But I really believe that if there could be a time where we could see canyons for the first time, that would be with Star Citizen 4.0 and the introduction of the Pyro system and its planets, since those worlds would have been built from scratch and there would have been no need to remake them, unlike those that we find in the standard system. So if there's one thing here that CIG developers really want to avoid at all costs right now, it is precisely that, redoing their work over and over again. So my bet here is that we'll see them during CitizenCon, probably during the presentation of the planets of the Pyro system. Next, let's talk about rain and thunder. Now, weather actually exists in Star Citizen right now, and it can take the form of snowstorms or dust storms, or it can just be plain foggy. However, more weather types will be coming eventually, and one of those features will be rainstorms or thunderstorms. In fact, this is something that the devs have already worked on for quite some time, as we've already had a glimpse of those at last year's CitizenCon during the demo. Now, sure, we only saw them from far away, but it was nevertheless a nice teaser for what's next to come. Next, let's talk about lava and roads. Now, rivers actually were the first steps to fully equip planets with vectors of entities. While rivers obviously carry water, they can also carry lava too. It's just another material with different characteristics, but the principle remains the same. Roads would be a little bit different though, since traffic would be moving in two directions, but the system to lay roads on the planet's surface will be the same as the one currently used for rivers. And here again, we could have an early look at those during CitizenCon, as the moons of Pyro 5, for example, do have lava rivers, in theory at least, and Lorville will probably be reworked with roads in mind. So it's also possible that we might get to see the very first roads around Lorville along with the rework. Now, what's coming next after that? The features that I'm going to talk about here are probably going to be seen in the far future. We will not see them in the near future, simply because these are going to be they're quite niche, and they're for specific planets that we have in the lore right now. But one of these features would be earthquakes, for example, but also tidal effects or gas giants. Now, sorry, ice giants, my bad. But of course, these will be found on select worlds, as I said, and they probably are not going to be worked on by CIG for many years until all of the generic features that are left to be done are finally done. And those generic features are the ones that we mentioned a little bit earlier. So there we have it, guys. A quick recap of the future features that will one day make their way into the verse. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys, which one do you think we'll see first, apart from caves, obviously. For me, I think that it's probably going to be the rainstorms or thunderstorms, simply because we've already been teased 2 years ago, last year already, when we saw Pyro 3, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to see them once more. Perhaps we'll have a glimpse of what it is to be inside some of those thunderstorms or rainstorms, and maybe see how they affect ships. I think that it will be wonderful. But anyway, guys, that is all for today. And if you answer the question that I just asked, well, we got a chance to win a Gladius Showdown edition. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our Discord as well, where we have another giveaway. And over there, it is a Broad and Log pack, which includes a Caterpillar, a Cutlass, and 2 mules, all of that with LTI. All you have to do is to join our video sharing contest, or you can also become a Patreon or a YouTube member for automatic access. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been the Eradicator. A big shout out to Captain Steg, Geek Citizen, Eric, Own, Dr. Forbin, and the DJ Dun. I will see you guys later.